G'day guys, welcome to another video. This one is of a trip we just did yesterday, and we went up to Perth to have a look at the Christmas lights. We've never been up there to have a look at it before, so we figured it was about time we extracted the digit. We hopped on a bus and then hopped on a train and made our way up to Perth. We stayed the night because otherwise it's quite a big trip to head up for us. We're down in Rockingham, so it takes a bit of effort to get up there and have a look around. So we decided to stay in a hotel overnight. Now with our budget we stayed in the cheapest hotel we could find, which was the Criterion, which turned out to be pretty good actually for the money. It was only about $140 for the night's stay, and it's a bit of an old hotel now. And yeah, it's hardly 5-star, but we found it pretty comfortable, had everything we needed, TV, fridge, etc. And before we had a chance to look at the lights, we had a look around town. And boy, have things changed since we were last up there. Every time we go up to Perth, it seems like half the place has been rebuilt. We don't even recognise it. This is the little Criterion Hotel. It's old, it's dated, and it's a bit run down now, but it was okay. We don't mind these sort of places. We stay in these places pretty often to try and save money. But overall, we enjoyed the night there. It was quiet enough, and despite the fact that the room was a bit sort of meh, it was okay. And one of the first things we did was stop for lunch, and I've never had a Subway before. I'm 65 now, can you believe I've never had a Subway? So, as that was almost next door to the Criterion, we decided we'd stop in there for lunch, and much to my surprise, I thought it was alright. Not too bad at all. Then we basically had a wander around the city to see what we could see, and oh my goodness, heaps of restaurants and eating places around Perth now. Used to be mostly confined to Northbridge in the old days, but now a lot of them have moved into town. One of the things we wanted to have a look at when we went up there were the murals. Now we didn't have a look at too many of them, we only had a look at this one main alley, which is just off the end of Murray Street. And very impressive they are. A lot of work's gone into these, and it's nice to see that they're being respected by the taggers and they're not going in there and wrecking it all. A lot of effort gone into putting these murals on the walls, but the one we were really after was not the big spectacular one that you're looking at now, but it was the little one further down the alley where you've got what I guess are old street scenes of Perth and some rather amusing little signage there, and I assume the artists' names are the ones at the bottom. And congratulations to them for doing such a wonderful job. This is great, isn't it? There's nice 3D imaging there, and some old-fashioned street scenes. You can see the Perth Town Hall there in the background, trams which haven't been in Perth for a very long time. And very impressed by the murals. There's a lot of them in town. If you go online and do a search for Perth City murals, you'll find a map, and it will show you where to go to find all the rest of them. Now we're back in Forest Place, and every Friday, and I think it's from October to April, I'll confirm that and put it in writing if I'm wrong about that. But I think it's from 4:30 till 9 every Friday during that time. And you've got these pop-up food stalls in Forest Place, which we thought was a great idea, so we went along and had a look at that as well. So two birds with one stone, as it were. We wanted to see the lights and also got to have a look at the Twilight Markets. Quite a lot of different types of food to choose from. I won't comment too much on what we had because we made the wrong choice. I'm sure there's far, far better things there than we had. But anyway, we're now making our way over to Yagan Square, which is nestled in the old Horseshoe Bridge, just to the left of the railway station. Never been over there before since it's all been developed, and again we sort of look at these places and our eyes pop out and our jaws drop open. Not so much for Dorothy, I guess, but these are places I used to see a lot when I was younger, and I just cannot recognise them now. And this was the first of the Christmas lights we had a look at. We were getting impatient. It was getting up around 7 o'clock, and the light was not going away, so we decided to make a move. So that one is not as spectacular as it probably is when it gets darker. This is the lovely old Perth railway station. And now we're making our way back through Forest Place and getting to the nub of what we were there for, which is the Christmas lights. Now, if you download the Christmas Light Trail map, which you will find online, that will guide you through. It's the old Perth Town Hall, nothing to do with the Christmas lights, but just one of the buildings we passed along the way. It looks very spectacular at night. But I have to say I was not all that impressed with the lights around the place. I think there could have been a lot more. The really impressive parts of it, I guess, are the projections that they do onto the old post office and onto, what is it, Wesley Cathedral? I won't swear I've got that right, but it's right across the road from the council buildings that you can see here, and that's pretty impressive too. Much more sort of low resolution, but interesting enough to sort of sit there and watch what different designs they come up with. All computer controlled. They've been doing this for years now. Quite spectacular results, although the projections onto the cathedral here are very mind-blowing. Really well done. This stuff you can just sit and watch and watch and watch. It all changes all the time. It will eventually scroll around and start from the beginning again, but this is very, very spectacular. I presume some sort of projection that's coming across the road from the council buildings. And after I'd had a look up there, I decided I would go down and have a look at what was going on at Elizabeth Quay. This was one thing that I spotted on the way down, sort of a bit of an interactive thing. I don't know if that's got anything to do with the Christmas lights, but it was there, so I filmed it, and we got down as far as the bell tower. Some pretty lights there, which of course has got nothing to do with Christmas lights. But it was pretty, so I thought it was worthwhile taking a bit of footage of it. But really, I walked all the way down here and it was pathetic. I've got to be honest and say the stuff they've got down at Elizabeth Quay is just not worth the walk. What is worth the walk, though, is that view you're looking at right now. These are the lights that they've got on the bridge. I expected to see the bridge all lit up and something really spectacular there, but good grief. It was, a waste of time. But as I say, this is something worth going down to have a look at, which is just looking back at the city, which is beautiful. Now, next morning, everything's all done. We've got the filming of the lights done. I did take a lot more film than I'm showing you here, but it would bore you to death if I just let them run through. And we're on our way back to Rockingham, passing some of the lights that are now obviously turned off during the day. But very interesting to go into Perth and see what's changed and how much we've been missing out on. We live, 50 kilometres away now down Rockingham, so it's rare for us to go up and have a look around. Some of it's still recognisable, the old church there. Rio Tinto building, that one's new, well, not new to us, we've seen it before, but down into the underground to catch our train home. Very, very good train service we've got in Perth now. It's pretty impressive with all the new lines. It makes it a lot easier for people to get around. These little tap and go cards are handy. And here comes our nice sleek looking train. Very nice modern looking trains we've got. Nicely air conditioned, comfortable enough to ride on, although the seats are built tough for good reason. And here we are, crossing the Swan River on our way home, just looking back at the end of Perth over towards the hills. It would be East Perth. Looking back there towards the Swan Brewery, and we are now crossing Canning River, which comes down to the south away from the Swan. And there we are back at Rockingham. Trip's all over, and look what we did. We left our shopping on the train. Wasn't that clever? Sort of both blamed each other for that one. And it sort of got pushed under the seat as you saw there, and we both didn't see it as we stood up. I did manage to catch it on camera, but still we both forgot about it. That's what happens when you get old, guys. You forget about things all the time. So off we are on the bus, heading home. One of the long buses, we call them bendy buses. I can't quite see why they would run a bus that big on this particular route. Well, that's the end of the trip, guys. That's a little look at the Perth Christmas lights. Not quite what I expected. The cathedral was good, and the council building was pretty interesting, but I've got to say the ones down at Elizabeth Quay weren't worth the walk. Wore myself out going down there. It was an interesting day out, I guess, and quite a comfortable stay in the Criterion. I was surprised I actually got a good night's sleep on the bed there, because I thought it was going to be a bit soft, but otherwise, yeah, worth having a trip into Perth and seeing the city that we haven't seen for quite a long time, actually. So if you enjoy the video, please give us a like, and if you like the channel, consider subscribing, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. See ya.